In 12 months, you're going to be standing in front of the Roman Senate while they debate whether your drink is a gift from the gods or a weapon. Senators are screaming, one guy has been awake for 3 days, and the Praetorian Guard has developed a dependency, and Emperor Trajan himself wants a word with you. But right now, you're just a guy with a red can and a terrible idea. You just brought high fructose corn syrup to a civilization that sweetened food with lead. This is going to be a disaster, and I'm here for it. You materialize in the middle of a Roman forum in 112 AD. You've got a wooden cart, 200 cans of Coca Cola, and zero understanding of Latin. The first thing you notice is the smell. Open sewage, street food, unwashed toga enthusiasts. Rome is intense. The second thing you notice is that people are already staring at you. You crack open a can. That sound, that tss, stops a merchant mid-sentence. A woman pulls her child behind her, a legionary puts his hand on his gladius. You take a sip. The brown, fizzy liquid looks wrong to them. It bubbles like it's alive. One old man in the crowd mutters the word veneficium, sorcery. So here's the thing about Rome. They don't mess around with suspected poisoners. The Lex Cornelia di Sicaris literally makes sorcery a capital offense. You could be executed for this. Day 1, you haven't made a single sale and you're already on a potential kill list. Speedrun. 2 days of nothing. People avoid your cart, a kid threw a rock at it yesterday, and a priest spat in your direction. So you change strategy. You stop trying to sell, you start drinking it yourself. Publicly, loudly, all day. You sit next to your cart looking like the happiest, most energized person in the entire forum. Romans are competitive. It takes exactly 3 days before curiosity beats fear. Your first real customer is an off-duty legionnaire drinking posca. That's the standard Roman drink. Basically vinegar water. Their options were vinegar water, wine so thick you had to cut it with seawater, or just dehydration. You're about to ruin this man. He sniffs it, takes a sip. His eyes go wide. The sugar hits first. Romans have never tasted anything this sweet. Their sweetener of choice is defrutum, grape syrup boiled in lead pots. Their sweetener was literally giving them brain damage, and you're the one they call the sorcerer. Then the caffeine kicks in. This man never had caffeine in his life. Not coffee, not tea, nothing. 34 milligrams of pure stimulant dumped into a system with zero tolerance. He looks like you've handed him the power of Jupiter. He brings 4 friends the next morning. 14 days in and you're selling out before noon. Legionaries are your core market. The word is spreading through the barracks like a rumor about a gladiator's love life. But not everyone is happy. The College of Pontiffs, Rome's religious authority, has opened an inquiry into your bubbling potion. The priest publicly called you a pharamekos. That's Greek for drug dealer, and honestly, he's not entirely wrong. A group of traditional Roman women refuse to walk past your cart. A senator's aide shows up to observe. You're being watched. You're 1 bad week away from being drugged in front of a magistrate. Here's your first real decision. You can stay underground and risk being shut down by priests, or you can go big and get political protection. You choose big. You bribe your way into a private dinner with a mid-level senator named Gaius. You bring a chilled Coca Cola. You figured out that cold river water keeps them cool enough. Gaius takes 1 sip and immediately asks how he can get exclusive supplies for his next banquet. You just found your distribution model. You're not selling to the streets anymore. You're selling status. Within a month, Coca Cola shows up at 3 Senate dinners. The religious complaints quietly disappear. Funny how that works when powerful people like your product. You just gave a caffeine-virgin civilization its first hit. That's not going to end well. You're charging 1 denarius per can, roughly a full day's wage for a laborer. The elite are paying it without blinking. The soldiers are pooling money to afford it. You've created Rome's first luxury stimulant market. 3 months in and you're witnessing something you didn't fully anticipate. Caffeine withdrawal hitting an ancient civilization for the first time. Legionaries who drank Coke daily for weeks are getting headaches on their days off. They're irritable, unfocused. 1 centurion reportedly threw a chair across a barracks because his morning supply was late. Caffeine-induced rage in a man who's professionally trained to stab people. What could go wrong? Commanders are noticing something else though. Units with Coca Cola access are marching longer, staying alert on night watch, fighting harder. Units without it are starting to underperform, or worse, they're trying to trade equipment for cans. You're no longer selling a drink, you're accidentally selling a military advantage. You're running out of cans. You can't exactly restock from a 21st century bottling plant, so you do what any good businessman does. You reverse engineer. Roman glass blowers can make bottles. Honey works as a substitute sweetener. Carbonation is harder, but you discover that certain natural mineral springs near Pompeii produce fizzy water. It's not the same, but it's close enough. You just created Roman Coke. It's worse. People buy it anyway. Bootleg Coke in ancient Rome. Someone's definitely putting lead in it. Oh wait, they were already doing that. And the sugar is doing things too. Roman didn't have processed sugar. Their teeth were actually decent by ancient standards. 6 months of Coca Cola is changing that fast. A doctor in the Sabura district starts documenting a pattern of tooth decay he's never seen before. You've introduced Rome to cavities. Add it to your legacy. Meanwhile, a general named Lucius Quietus, a real historical figure, Trajan's most trusted cavalry commander, sends a formal request for 500 bottles to supply his Moorish cavalry on the Parthian frontier. When the military starts placing bulk orders, you are not the merchant anymore, you're infrastructure. It was only a matter of time. A senator named Publius stands before the Senate and delivers a 2-hour speech about how aqua furens, raging water, that's what they're calling it now, is corrupting Roman values. He calls it a foreign poison disguised as progress. 12 Trajan brawls last month were linked to caffeine-fueled aggression. A soldier killed another soldier in an argument over the last bottle in camp. 3 neighborhoods have petitioned to ban sales. The old guard hates you. You're changing how Romans eat, drink, and socialize. You're a cultural threat. There are licensed sellers in 12 cities across Italia, Gaul, and Hispania. Imitation drinks are popping up everywhere, most of them terrible, some genuinely poisonous. You've created a market you can no longer control. And Trajan has been quiet. Too quiet. You're summoned to appear before the full Roman Senate. 3 formal charges. 1. Your drink is causing civil disturbances. Caffeine-fueled violence in taverns has tripled since month 1. 2. You've created dependency in the legions, which is now a national security concern. 3. And this is a big one, you've introduced a substance that's actively undermining traditional Roman culture. The speech lasts hours. Senators scream, some defend you, the ones who've been drinking your product every morning for 6 months. Others want you exiled. One suggests execution. Emperor Trajan listens silently from his seats. When the speech ends, he stands up. The chamber goes quiet. He looks at you and asks for a bottle. The most powerful man in the known world just asks you for a Coke. You're either just won or you're about to find out what happens when an emperor decides he wants a monopoly. Trajan takes a sip. He nods. Then he declares aqua furens an imperial resource under state control. Your formula, your supply chain, your network of sellers. It all belongs to Rome now. You get a villa and a government salary. You're comfortable. You're also completely powerless.